Well, good morning and welcome to Cooler Talk with Rhonda and Cynthia. Our topic
Hello,
today,
hello, hello. There she is. It's good to see you, Rhonda.
oh,
You're what Cooler Talk with Rhonda.
you must have a delayed
How are you
reaction
doing,
because all of a
Rhonda?
sudden, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Uh,
Yes, ma'am, I
okay.
can hear you.
I think we've
Yep,
got
we can
an
hear you loud
internet
and clear.
connection. I think we have an internet connection at your end because you're very fuzzy. Okay, folks,
Uh-oh.
it's going to be a
Yeah,
rough.
you're chopping up.
Uh, I'm going to go check my router. Please get
Oh,
started.
really? You
Yeah,
you
I'll
were
be right
cutting.
back.
Cool. All right. Well, I guess today we're going to talk about taking out the trash. This was a topic that Rhonda and we came up with last week. We were just talking about how sometimes you realize that you are in a place. Have you ever been in one of those situations where you have, let's say, you stub your toe in the morning and then you go to the coffee shop and you end up spilling your coffee on your outfit and then you manage to and then you have a bad phone call, like just, it's just like one bad thing after another or one crazy thing after another happens, and you're wondering like, what the heck, like, how did I end up in this vortex of whatever? And so we were saying like, well, if that's the case, it might be that you've collected a lot of junk in your emotional or spiritual backpack. And so we decided that maybe today we were going to talk about taking out the trash and, like being cognizant of all of that stuff that we collect in our lives and our everyday, where like we reach the point where we start to attract those types of things and you want to let it go. So go ahead, Rhonda, why don't you go ahead and talk about taking out the trash and this topic today.
Oh, the trash. Oh my gosh, the trash. Well, I've been decluttering in my basement office here, and but it's a different kind of trash. Um, Set up a lot for recycling, but the kind of
Mm-hmm.
trash I'm thinking about is trash trash talk, envy, jealousy, hatred, um, condescending, disrespect, hurting people because you hurt,
Mm-hmm.
lashing out. The list, the list
Yep.
goes on and on and on, blaming others for your own issues,
Mm-hmm.
not taking accountability or responsibility for one's actions and
Mm-hmm.
behaviors. That's the kind of trash I'm talking about. And that kind of trash needs to be thrown out. Take it
Yep.
to the curb,
I
put
think
it in the bin.
decluttering, yeah. Decluttering is a great way to get started with it, but yeah, you want to go within as well and start taking out that trash that's, on the inside as well. Mhm.
It's how we think about ourselves, how we perceive the world around us, um, and it can be overwhelming.
Mhm.
I think it's important to pay attention to
Yeah,
the
it
kind
can.
of information being received.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was actually, it's interesting because while I was thinking about this topic, I had thought of some ways to mitigate those trash elements. And so I was thinking, the sedentary lifestyle doesn't kind of help, get moving so that maybe you can just kind of like air it out of your motionlessness. Get rid of the trash that way, just through simple movement.
So get moving.
Some other ways I was thinking was also listening to music. Yeah, get moving, and listening to music, like
Well, what type
uplifting
of
music.
music do you want to be listening to?
Yeah.
There's like different hertzes.
Well, I like disco.
I do too. I miss
So when you
disco.
said moving, I was thinking of a boogie.
I love it. I used to love disco. Oh my gosh, I was so
Yes.
disappointed when it went out of style.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites was disco. It's kind of
It's
a
coming back,
modified
baby.
jitter.
It's
It was
coming
like a
back.
modified jitterbug to me. Only it was at a speed I could handle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So listening to
Totally.
and or dancing to
Totally.
upbeat
Yeah,
music.
actually on Friday evening,
We're having a
yeah, so I put that in the get moving, but listening to or dancing to upbeat music. Yeah, it's all good. Which actually led to my next thought, which was happy hobbies, just the things that you like to do. Um, I like crafting. So I like knitting and crochet and cutting out bits of paper and stuff. That it's just something that I like to do to wind down. So that was one of my thoughts.
origami.
And definitely, I think when I origami, and I think when I've been in the presence of mediocrity, where we were talking about those negative behaviors like jealous talk or backstabbing or whatever, that even if you do your part and maybe like defend the person that they might be talking about behind their back or what have you, you can kind of like, you should leave that conversation, but it still might be, you'll still be carrying it vibrationally, right? That vibe is still kind of like moving with you. And so I find that hobbies, like, I don't know, I don't do gardening, but I'm sure that gardening does that for people who have a nice
Oh,
garden.
that's what I like to
It
do.
helps. See, so I think it's really important to know what those kinds of hobbies are. And if it's not raining, that you can, kind of kill two birds with, oh, that's a sad way of putting it. You can kill two roaches with one stone by, gardening or being outside and, just feeling the wind in your hair. Put on your Walkman, if they still have them, or your earbuds, and listen to some disco. What else were you thinking about, Rhonda?
Well, I just pretty much gave a little ramble about all the things that belong in the trash. Um, so, on a positive note,
Mm-hmm.
being happy for other people, uh, for their
Mm-hmm.
successes and for their joys.
Mm-hmm.
Be happy for them. Be supportive.
Yeah. And even be happy for them before they have anything to share with you. You know, like if during that they got a haircut, something, mention, give that attention where it's due. And maybe to add to one of your pet peeves, Rhonda, it's that like when you do stop and ask somebody how they're doing, stop. Stop and wait for the response, like actually commit to engaging with a person for a few moments
Mhm. Yeah,
to make a
yeah.
connection.
Trash to take out.
But I like that. Be happy for other people.
So trash to get
Oh,
out. Envy, jealousy. Let's see what else.
I have a
Envy.
big one. And actually, I, I have a big solution, actually. And it is sleep. Sleep. Get rest. Because people who are stressed, who are who don't get enough sleep, who they stress easily, and your reaction is not going to be the best of you. If you're, going on a consistent pattern of 3 to 4 hours of sleep. So sleep is like, it's just take care of yourself, sleep regularly, go to bed around the same time if you can. Yeah, I think rest really matters for being and also for taking the trash. Like let your mind really kind of like shut down and reset. I don't know how you feel about that, Rhonda, but I feel like sleep is really helpful.
So keep things like rest, peace, and harmony.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Throw out,
And take care. Uh-huh.
throw out arguments and disagreements.
Yeah. Don't go to sleep with them. Yeah,
Yeah,
don't go to sleep with them in your mind. Try to really take out that mental trash before you
yeah.
go to sleep. That's a hard one, actually.
It really is.
That's a really hard one, you know? Mhm. I used to grind my teeth when I was young, and telling me, like that you were like grinding your teeth it to the point where it woke me up and I couldn't go back to sleep. And when I tried to like shake you, you wouldn't wake up. And I realized like, oh, that I must be going to bed with like so much stress and tension that I'm not sleeping properly, even if I'm sleeping hours. Can't sleep
Yeah,
properly if you're.
right, right. Yeah,
So
I'm a
that's
tooth
critical.
grinder, and I did it for years. I kept going. I went to the dentist, and I'm like, what's going on with my teeth? And they're like, you're grinding your teeth in your sleep. And I'm like, okay, I need to. I'm stressed out, so I have to do something about relieving that stress. So I started going to the gym and um, working with weights. I like the circuit.
Uh-huh.
Um, and I loved curves, but she retired and nobody else bought the business. And I've been finding it lack of motivation to go somewhere else. But I'm working on it. I do stretching at home. That helps tremendously loosen things up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, body movement, doing weights can help, all those things.
Yeah.
But yeah, your body is the outlet for the things that happen in your mind.
Drink spring water and uh, and
Mm-hmm.
grow uh, soft drinks out.
Oh yeah. Oh, I am so glad that you mentioned that. Also, what you can throw out, junk food.
Oh,
Junk
yeah,
food.
and definitely.
I mean, and yeah.
I can't spell this.
I mean, it's one thing to have like a weak spot for something, but if you find yeah, but if you find that like you're repeatedly going out for, junk food, I'm not going to name names, but if you're going for that junk food like on a weekly basis or even on a daily basis, it's not helping you and your body kind of like, take out the trash. So you might want to start thinking about some kinds of alternatives. My weak spot can be, like muffins and cakes and, chocolate croissants.
No,
And I had to basically like stop having those things for breakfast.
no,
Because if you
yeah,
start your day off that way, you're eating like cake and cupcakes all day.
I know, and I love them. They're like trigger foods for me. Potato chips are my worst, my biggest weakness,
Oh yeah.
and they're not.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I read somewhere that they actually eating that kind of stuff actually stops something in your body from processing to help you stay in good health. And I didn't like that when I saw that. All kinds of stuff. So I like to have an avocado a day, um, and
Yeah.
red grapes. I snack on red grapes instead of ice cream, uh, which is another one of my weaknesses. What else do I snack on?
Mhm.
Apples. Those things have helped um, alleviate, eliminate my craving for refined sugar.
Yeah. Yeah,
There's
all
all
of
kinds
those
of
are
ways you
good.
can place it.
I like bananas.
Yeah. Love banana.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love
Bananas are kind of
bananas.
like the
Yeah.
evil fruit. But I love them. So I
They're
figure
good
it's
for you.
better than a burger.
Oh, you know it. And bananas and almonds actually help you sleep.
Mhm. Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I
Hmm.
didn't know that. What I love is the combination of almonds and apples.
Oh, yummy.
Try it. Almonds and apples.
I like that.
Very yummy and very
Actually,
satisfying.
I get that this morning. I had an
Yeah.
apple.
So,
Didn't have some
yeah.
almonds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
And
about
I don't
it.
care if the almonds are salty or not.
Yeah, I prefer no salt. Um,
Mhm.
Myself, because I have a tendency to retain water. Have for years, so I keep my salt limited. I limit my salt and only use sea salt.
Mhm. Makes a difference.
So yeah, it really does. So that was a nice topic today, throwing out the trash,
Yep.
and just think about what you're thinking, how you're thinking. I'm at the point now where I can tell my thoughts need to be trashed when they drain my energy. There is such
Mhm.
a brain mind heart connection. It's unbelievable. Um, the connection between our
Yeah.
brains and our hearts. Um, and The negative thinking is brain centered, where if you focus more on what like your heart is telling you, things look
Mhm.
differently.
Well, I
Look
think what I
different.
noticed just in today's conversation, it's just the brain and heart, but the body also helps maybe calibrate some of that, Like if you find that you're kind of ending up in you you know, downward spiral of stuff that of trash, go outside and or listen to music or get your body moving, even if it's a small movement like planting some seedlings or something. I think that there's something there. I'm not a scientist, so I don't
And
know, but
sometimes, sometimes, yeah, sometimes I'll just go outside and sit in the sun, or I'll go out in the backyard and take my shoes off and put my feet on the ground.
guess that kind of wraps us,
Yeah,
you say?
I think it does. Yeah. So, folks, think about taking out the trash. Take a look at what trash you have, what trash you're carrying around, and try to part with it. I think you'll feel better, and I'm sure people around you will enjoy your company better.
Yep.
So that's it today for Cooler Talk
Yeah.
with Rhonda and Cynthia.
Yeah.
You have a wonderful day, and I'm grateful for all of you out there that are in positive mindsets. And those who are not, I learn from. Thank you. Take care, you guys. Till next week.